The Painting with Magic Show with Brandon Thomas is brought to you by BrandonThomasArtSupply.com.
Hey, it's me, it's Brandon T here with the Painting with Magic Show, and today I'm excited to be back in the studio and get monkey face on a brand new project. But before we get into it, I want to say please subscribe. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to the channel here. Please like and comment. Every time you like and comment on a brand new video, as soon as they get uploaded, as soon as you see it, please like and comment. And even better if you would share it as well with your friends and family. That way we can get more people on here watching the show, so we can keep producing new programs. Every time you like and comment, it helps me tremendously, and I see all those beautiful people in the comments. I try to reply to you as best as I can on there, but I love communicating with you guys, and if you comment, it helps me communicate with you directly and to know what you want to see or what your challenges are, so I try to help you there. So please make sure to like and comment on this video. What I have here is my 16x20 canvas. It's the Fredrix Red label medium tooth canvas. And I have my signature amazing white medium on the top, and halfway on the whole bottom here is my signature NTO medium, or you can use amazing clear. And so half and half, amazing white and NTO medium down here. And the oil colors I'm using is that beautiful Grumbacher pre-tested oil paints. Beautiful colors, beautiful pigment load, and you have that color chart on the old screen right now, so you can see all the colors I'm using. It's 8 colors or standard palette that we normally do. And so what I have planned today is a beautiful desert scene. I've made a big old cactus standing in the front there, and beautiful, beautiful little peachy sky. I think it'd be great to do. And with that, let's get monkey faced on it. We'll take an old 2-inch landscape brush here. And let's take and make a peachy color. We'll take some yellow ochre. Beautiful yellow ochre. Take a little bit of Napthol red. Oh yeah, there we go. A little Napthol red, a little cadmium yellow. Oh, that's a good color right there. Beautiful peachy color. Alright, tell you what, maybe a little more yellow. That's a good color right there. Let's go back here now. Okay, right down here, right at the base of that amazing white, I'm going to put in some beautiful peachy color, a beautiful peach color. Using old X stroke on it, amazing white blends, and oh yeah, looks so good. I'm gonna grab a little just cadmium yellow now, and just put a little cadmium yellow right here, cadmium yellow light. That's a good, beautiful color. Okay, well, I'm gonna move my lamp down. Okay, so I got my old lamp down here. Let me just adjust this. Put on low. There we go. And that lamp is from the Daylight Company. I get a lot of questions about what lamp I'm using. And that's what I'm using. Let's go back to that old peachy color again. A little peachy color, maybe a little more red to that peachy color. There we go. That's a beautiful color. I just add a little bit more red to the little peachy color we made. Kind of blending that inside to that yellow glow. Blend it real good. There we go. Maybe a little more peachy color on this side right here. Just a little darker. And maybe a little darker right there. There we go. Good, 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 good. Tell you what, let's wash the old brush. We're going to wash our old brush in some odorless mineral spirit, some terpenoid. Beautiful. Make sure you shake off the bristles, and give a little shake in a little bucket, and just beat her out there. Get monkey faced on it. Beat that old brush up, get it good and dry. That way it's ready to go get dry there on a paper towel. There we go, good and dry brush. Always important to have a dry brush. Then we'll take, on the 2-inch brush, a little Prussian blue, just a little bit of Prussian blue on the brush, just a little bit, just stain it, just a little bit. Maybe a tiny touch of burnt sienna. Just a little bit of that burnt sienna with it. It helps gray it down a little bit. Mush it around, kind of see what kind of color. There we go. Nice blue, 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 little of that. And we'll go up here. right up here, mush it around on the old canvas. And just Prussian blue with just a touch of burnt sienna, just to gray it down just a little bit. I want it a little grayer than just full-blown blue. Just there we go. There's our sky, good. Good. Maybe a little more blue on it. Maybe just a little more blue, just to get just a little darker. Just a little darker. Use an old X stroke. And kind of ease the pressure back off that brush. And just blend it a little bit. That's all we need right there. We go. Now let's wash my brush once more. Alright, so the brush is good and clean and dry. I want to take an old fan brush, old number 6 fan brush. And I want to make a color up for some clouds, some beautiful clouds. And we'll take some Prussian blue, mush it down here, and a little bit of red. A little bit of red in there. A little titanium white, just to kind of see the color that I've got. I want a little more red with that. I want a little more red in this color. Now let's grab a little titanium white, just so I can kind of see what I got. There we go, that's nice. That's a nice color. And then I'm going to wipe the brush off on a paper towel. Kind of like this right here on a paper towel, but it's going to wipe it off on your palette. As long as you're getting off the majority of the bristle of the paint of the brush. Because what we want is the bristles to be stained. That's all we want. Okay, super strong color. That's going to really set this sky on fire if you do too much. So just a little bit of paint, just a dusting on there. Just a little dusting. Let's go back here. So decide where you want your clouds to go. I kind of want them in this area right here. So I'm just going to check the color, and I think I want the X to be a little more red. So just add a little more red to the paint. A little more red. And we're going to use little circles. Just little circles on the corner of the brush. Just little circles. Just kind of make your design up. And just kind of go with it like this. Just make your little shapes. Just think about your cloud. Just like that. And we'll go on this other side here. Other side here, and we're just going to put in another little cloud. Maybe this one's a little smaller than the other one is. But just think of your shapes of your clouds. Just put them in. Just like that. There we go. Good. That's nice. Okay, see, it's got dirty paint here. I'm just going to take that paint right off the side of the brush. Get it loaded up. Just that on an old fan brush. Let's put some little white ones back here, little white clouds. I want us to put in some white clouds living on top. Living on the top of this one. I think that would look kind of cool. And have it kind of blend in and get it kind of foggy at the base. I'm just using the same old brush. Then just wipe out the brush on a paper towel. Reload that old brush. And we'll paint another one over here. Just get it in. See that brush movements? Just kind of get it in, let it kind of fade out to the base. Softly, softly, softly. Softly, you can softly do this one over here. Just a little bit. And that's good. I like leaving some texture in there. You know me, I love texture in my paintings. There, I think that's good right there. I think our sky's done. Okay, I tell you what, before I decide it's done, I'm going to take my 2-inch hake brush here and just softly, softly hit those. If you do it too much, you can get little wispy things. You don't want wispy things. You want them to be nice and soft. Okay? Now, another tip I'll tell you right now is if you got too much paint on here, man, then you're going to have a real problem trying to fuzz this out. It's going to get real smeary. Okay? So I just dried it off on a paper towel. And just going to soften these bottoms up here. Now, a lot of people have asked about the hake brushes, when they're going to be back in stock. We should have these back in stock this coming week. This week or early next week. After this, and little dots of fuzz up there. Not sure what that was. I think those pieces of paper towel. Sometimes you get little chunks of paper towel in there. Okay, I think that our sky is good to go. It's time to move on to the next part of this project. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is start working on a mountain back here. This is going to be a very distant mountain. So don't worry about it being a big old snow peak mountain. But it's going to be a nice little mountain. And we're going to use an old number 6 filbert brush here. And we'll just go down to our palette. And we'll grab some burnt sienna here. It's starting to storm out here. They're going to get monkey faced outside. So that just gives you even more power to get in here and paint. You hear the Mother Nature rattling and going on. That's good enough for me. And burnt sienna. Let's go back to the old painting here. Go burnt sienna, Prussian blue, and these two together makes a very nice dark brown. Okay, nicely good. That's all you need to do right there. Burnt sienna and Prussian blue. On other episodes, I think I've called it burnt umber. This is burnt sienna. Okay, make sure you know it's burnt sienna. I'll even add a little bit of green to it, just a little sap green. Okay, maybe a tiny dot of black with it. Tell you what, let's go back here and we'll just see kind of what we got up here. There we go. Number 6 filbert brush. Okay, so I want to start making up my mountain shapes and designs. You can do it however way you want, but this is how I'm going to do mine with just an old filbert brush. Boom. See how you lay them out real easily? And then just fill it in. Just fill that in. I think I'm going to add a little more titanium white to that. I think it's just a tiny bit too dark. So I'm going to add a little more white to that. Or actually add some white to it now. Because what we're doing is we're getting into the clear area of the painting, of the medium that we put on the canvas. And that's going to keep this paint very dark. So let's add a little white to it. Okay, that's good enough there. Now we get monkey face with the big brush. Get it on there. Pull it around, push it out, move it around, get around, go, there we go. Get it in there. See that mountain mushing around. We take a little amazing white on the tip of the old brush here and just mush it in around here. That helps kind of make in some mist easily, very quick and easily. There we go. Good. And let's go back to the palette. I'm going to take a little titanium white and some of that color we used on the mountain there. Going to need a lot less titanium white, more mountain color, because this is not a snow peak mountain, this is a desert. But what I do want to see is a little color on it back there. And so we'll just have to check and see what this color does. Okay, there's some Napthol red, burnt sienna, a little Prussian blues in this, and a little titanium white. And we'll just use a little small edge of the knife to get that roll of paint. Let's go back here. Okay, so just check it and see what color you got. That might be too dark, so I'm going to add a little more white to that. So just judge it yourself. Maybe you need a little more white in there. And we'll just test it again here and see. A little more white. That's better. There we go. I'm just going to use a big end of the knife here. And just kind of, what we're kind of doing is getting texture back here. It's not necessarily anything about snow. This is just to show texture and lights kind of hitting this mountain. Okay, that's all that's about. Okay, that's all that's about. I sure hope that fan doesn't bother you all in this video here, because it's just too hot. And the air conditioner has got to be replaced. It's just too darn hot. So I got a fan going on. Hopefully that don't distract you too much. So just like they're right there, you get a little dot or something there. But this is in the distance, far away. See, there's our little mountain. Might even take a little dark paint here, just so I can just kind of reestablish that shadow. I'll use my finger, just hit it up there real quick. sometimes it's just fast to use the old finger. Use the tool God gave you there. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. I think we're good. I think it looks good there. Little smudgy ruies. And we take the old hake brush again. And this is where you gotta really, no pressure at all. If you do too much pressure, that's when you're gonna really mess it up. Let that brush barely graze it. And then here I'm gonna add a little pressure at the base because I don't really care if we get smushed down here because you want that little smushiness going on. Okay, let's get into some fun stuff now. Let's grab an old number 6 fan brush. I'm taking an old number 6 fan brush here and take some sap green, touch of burnt sienna here. A little more burnt sienna. And let's just take it, not much paint on the brush, it's just really stained. I hope you can see that. Well, if you can see the bristles coming through, it's stained. Let's go back here. Okay, so right through here, I'm just going to just actually wipe the brush off of this a tiny bit. I'm just going to use a corner of my brush and just apply some foliage living over here. Some foliage lives right there. Okay. And I think we're going to have foliage going all the way up something like this. Maybe about like that. Matter of fact, using an old fan brush, I want texture in here. And as that brush loses paint, those little background things get farther away. A little bit of texture gets farther away. Good. Okay, it looks good to me right through there. And we could take a little bit of yellow on the old brush. An old brush here. You can put a little bit of texture living back here. There's a little texture. I just took a little touch of yellow on the brush. That's all I did. Okay, there we go. And we go to the old filbert brush and go to the palette. I'm using my old dirty filbert brush we used whenever we were making the mountain color. And we're just going to take some burnt sienna, burnt umber together. Mix that up real good. Burnt sienna. And then we'll take some yellow ochre and mix it in there wet with it. I really hope you can see these colors. It's really, really kind of hard sometimes to show you the colors on here. I'm just hoping you're able to see that. And we just load that brush up back and forth. But it's more of a dark, like an army color. Dark army color. Okay? Load it up really nice. Let's go back. Now, right in here, I want to add in some cactuses. Just want to kind of add in a kind of a clump to some cactuses. Kind of living back through here. There's a few living in here. You have one that kind of just stings off it over here in the corner. One that kind of lives right over here. He has a little arm. Lives on him. Maybe another little clump or two. There's way back through here. Here's little clumps of cactuses. And we will start adding some beautiful stuff to the top of those. So we'll grab our liner brush and head back to the palette. We'll grab some paint thinner. And we're going to grab some yellow ochre. And some sap green. And some burnt sienna to that. Put a little more yellow ochre. It's a nice color here. And we'll see what that color gives us up here. Go back here. Okay, we're going to take this brush right on the right side of them here. And just go down on them just like this. That color may just need a little bit more brightness to it. So I'm just going to add a little bit of cadmium yellow light to it. But one thing I want you to remember is a lot of people ask me, how can I make my paintings have that more richer look to the painting? A lot of the times, they're not adding enough darks. They're not letting the dark stay dark enough. They're not adding enough paint. Wet on wet technique, we're mixing with Amazing White in the background. And that creates a very light color when it's mixed. But if you're not reloading the brush and you're not keeping it loaded dark, then you can have trouble with this technique getting that nice rich darkness there. That's why a lot of times we'll use Amazing Clear or NTO medium on the base, like we did here, just so we can keep everything dark. But sometimes I like using just Amazing White on the whole canvas. But more and more here, like I've been using the clear at the base of the thing. This is just to get these cactuses, you know, getting them in their shape and stuff. You can kind of rag at the tops a little bit if you want to. But it's really that simple. It's really that easy to make these little things. Just don't let my little liner brush get kind of flat tipped and a little raggedy at the end when I load it up. Just so I can get a little bit more character. I'm just going to wash out my liner brush. And I just grab some of that dark color we used to make these with. To just hit the shadows again. That's good. That looks good there. There we go. Some little cactuses. Alright. Tell you what we'll do. Let's grab an old number 3 fan brush. We'll go to the palette. Grab the old number 3 fan brush. I'm going to take some yellow. Just some straight up yellow. A little bit of that color we used for the cactus there, highlights. And I'm going to grab a little bit of Amazing White. Come right back into there. And just load that brush up good. Kind of keep the brush loose and open. Okay. Let's go back here. And right in front of these here cactuses, I'm just going to put in some like highlights here. Something like that. Grab the old liner brush. Pull through some things in here. Kind of back here. Some textures, if you will. That's good enough there. Just some texture-y things. And you can kind of come back with that brush and kind of stomp some of them down. That's good enough. Some dark green, maybe some green. Back to the yellow, I want some more. Greeny going on. Okay. Now I want to go back to the old palette real quick. We're going to take our number 6 fan brush. And we're going to load it up really good here. We're going to take sap green, burnt sienna, and some Prussian blue together. Maybe a little dot of black. Really load this brush up good. More sap green. More burnt sienna. And let's go back here. It looks black on the palette, but it's not. We'll go over here and I'll show you the color. And we're going to take this old fan brush here and just mush around some stuff. Just an old fan brush here. You can see this color that I got here. It's just a dark earthy tone. And I'm tired of playing with that brush. Just grab the old 1-inch brush and I'm just going to load it up in that color. Just use an old 1-inch brush here and get monkey faced on it. There we go. Mush it around. Mush it around. Get it all filled in. Mush it around. And let's take that same old color on that old brush. Same old brush. Same old color we used earlier. And then right through here, I kind of want to put some texture, kind of separating this with that. See what I'm saying? It's kind of separating the stuff here. You can take the old filbert brush. It's pretty much got that same color going on with it. And use that to separate some stuff. It kind of has that textury look. Everything out there in the desert and stuff just seems sharp to me. Like it's got really sharp points or something going on. Okay. There goes that. And we will grab a number 6 fan brush here, clean one. Tell you what, we'll grab an old fan brush here, a nice clean fan brush. Let's go to the palette. We're going to grab some yellow. A little touch of yellow ochre with that. Maybe a little touch of white. And we'll see how this works. If it doesn't stick, we'll add a little bit of paint thinner or something to it, or Amazing Clear, if it don't stick. But let's see what we get when we get up here. I'm just going to use this to kind of flap it around. I don't want it to be very strong in the color. Okay, so it's actually working out about how I want it to look. Kind of smushy and smeary. Kind of look to it that I'm kind of going for in this one. Back to those same colors again. I may just add just a drop of paint thinner to this color, just so it'll stick a little better now. I just want it to kind of look mushy and like a lot of texture in here. Mushy and squishy. Then I'll take some sap green and some burnt sienna and some blue and black. This is some old colors we've been using. And I want to add some darks down here with the same kind of method, but use it with some dark. See that kind of goes through with this side now. I was grabbing some black now. Okay. Let's grab an old palette knife. Let's go back here now. I actually want to throw some stuff back here. It kind of lives in here. Good. Textures kind of deal. Alright, now I'll tell you what, let's go back to the old filbert brush. Okay, we're going to just load up some more sap green and burnt sienna together here. We'll grab a little black, a little touch of blue, and a little yellow ochre. And this helps the colors flow. More sap green. Now it looks black on here, but I'm telling you this is not black. It's a nice army color green. But dark, dark, dark. Make sure that brush is kind of loaded to a chiseled edge. I'm hoping you can see that. It's flat on one edge. There we go. Pull it straight through. Let's go up and make a big old strong cactus. Okay, so here we go. This is where you get monkey faced. You decide where you want this big old cactus to go. I'm going to put him right here. Oh, there's a big one. Oh, man. Man, that's a big sucker right there. Nice and dark. Keep it nice and dark. You see how I went through these colors up here and I kept it nice and dark. I load that brush up heavily. Brush is loaded up very strong. Over here comes a beautiful arm. Make them a little thicker. Keep that brush loaded up really strong. That's the big thing I think a lot of people don't do, is they don't load their brush up thick enough. And let's make this one here kind of go over this. Right there, big fat one there. Big fat arm. Something like that. Oddly shaped. They're very odd. The cactuses are one of the easier things to paint because they're always just a little bit odd looking. We can have a little small chunk coming out of him right here. Moving back right behind that side. Maybe another one lives right there. Something about like that. About like that right there. You got a big old nice one here. And then maybe over here we can just, there's just a one little thing there with little knob looking back there. And then we're going to need shadow. You gotta have shadows. And so we're just going to take black on the old 1-inch brush. And I'm just going to moosh that across the thing. Kind of get our shadows kind of going here. Our shadow over here on these little small ones. You see how you need that shadow. There. Now we'll get ready to start doing our highlights on this cactus. And we'll probably do close-ups on that. We're just going to load the old liner brush up in the same color we used on these back cactuses. Okay. We're just going to start right here on this one right here and start playing in these little arms. Really load that liner brush up good. And work it down. See that? Keep it nice and dark though. Keep that dark area dark, dark, dark. Okay, you can even do this little one here just a little bit, but not too much. Because I still want this one to be in the shadow. Okay, let's go to the next one. We'll start working on this big one right here. I'm really, really hoping you're able to see all this on the camera. Keep it nice and dark. And dark. Okay. And we'll get this back one. There we go. Makes a beautiful, nice little silhouette almost kind of effect, but with some highlights and stuff. Now we'll go to the big main one. Just work it down the same way. Same way we did all the other ones. Same exact stuff. Same stuff. I'm just hoping you're able to see all this stuff going on. But just take your time with it and get them highlighted. Just take your time with it. Okay. Then I'm going to take a little black and some sap green together. I just want a darker shadow color here. And just bring that darker shadow color right into play with all this. And this is going to really start separating this from the background. So just keep doing this. Really just adding in some shadows to the whole thing. Add your shadows into it. Just like this. There we go. Now just keep adding your shadows to it. Okay, so now we're going to work on these little small ones we put in over here the same way. Highlight them the same way. Give them a little texture. And then some shadow. We'll use some black and sap green for that shadow. These are really supposed to be kind of faded just a little bit kind of towards the background. Or kind of more in shadow, more, I mean. Okay. And just to make sure we have it all looking good, let's go to the base. Okay, so right here at the bottom of these, I'm going to take some of that black. And really make sure I really get a nice shadow underneath them. Working in. And I need a shadow to set them into the painting. And we tried to get rid of that glare as best as possible, but it's so hard. It's a very thick amount of paint that's on here. Okay, and then for my last and final step for this painting, we're going to take and go to the palette real quick. Take a clean fan brush, take titanium white, and some red, Napthol red, and some yellow ochre. And I'm going to grab a little paint thinner real quick. Just a tiny little dot. Just so I can thin it down a little bit. Maybe a little touch of cadmium yellow, just to kind of more orange color tone. Okay, let's go back here. Okay, so right through here, I'm just going to take one corner of my brush and kind of put in some bushy looking things. Just kind of spruce up some color over here. Just to kind of spruce up some color. Use an old fan brush for this. Some kind of bush or something lives over here. can even take your old script liner brush, load it up in that same old colors we was using, and then just kind of drop in some dots. Give it some more individual looking textures there, like just some could be flowers or something. Just a bunch of them. Maybe a little more red in that. Just really want some textures in here, like it's flowers or something. Something. But you take your time with it and you can make all kinds of cool stuff up. I would take a little blue and white and just kind of put some of those through here too. Give it some kind of flowery things. And then back down here. Then you can take your old liner brush and just kind of run through there and give it some stuff. Alright, that looks good to me. I think we got a finished little painting here. And you can do as much as you want, as much detail as you like. Okay, there we go. Alrighty, so I just finished signing my painting, and it's always important to sign that painting. This one was a fun project to do. I really hope that you try this project out. I think you'll like it. Something different. We haven't done a desert scene since season 1 of the show, and I thought, man, I really want to do a desert scene for season 8. So that's what we did here. A big, beautiful cactus here in the front. Some beautiful colors going on, and you can always add more of these little flowers going through the bottom here and stuff. But I really just wanted to show you some techniques and different ways you can make a beautiful little desert scene, the big old cactus thing in the front. So this one was a fun project to do. I know you will enjoy doing it. The colors are simple, as we usually use the same colors on here. So with that one, I hope you do try it out. Please make sure to like and comment. You don't know how much that means to me when you like and comment. That support means so much to me. It really helps us get these shows out. Helps me fund the programs to get new folks watching. It helps create more programs for future seasons. And so all the people in there commenting and liking the videos and sharing them, I know you guys, I see you guys in the comments all the time, and I try to interact with you as much as I can there, and I really enjoy doing that. So please comment, please like, please share the videos. It helps me so much, and I appreciate your support. So make sure you check out BrandonThomasArtSupply.com if you want to check out my signature brushes. We're getting palettes back in stock. Hake brushes are coming back in stock. All kinds of stuff's coming back in stock. We got most of the brushes are in stock. Just the Hake brush has been out of stock for a little bit. But it should be back in stock very soon, about a week or so. Please check that out. Please check out BrandonThomasArt.com to find one of my certified instructors. We got some new instructors out there, Florida and Oregon up there. All over the place. We're starting to get more and more people up there, more people in the training program. So if you would like to become a certified instructor, please contact me at BrandonThomasArt.com, and we'll get you that information to join our certified instructor team. We're a family here at Brandon Thomas Art. We love you so much. So thank you guys for watching. I love you, but Jesus, He loves you more. God bless you, and I'll see you real soon.
The Painting with Magic Show with Brandon Thomas is brought to you by BrandonThomasArtSupply.com.